Okay, got my DYMO Rhino model M1011. I played with it a little bit, but it looks like a really nice impression engraver for stainless steel and aluminum. I've already preloaded this with stainless steel. I just wanted to show you maybe some problems that you can avoid that I did. But basically, it's really sturdy. A really sturdy unit, feels good, doesn't feel like it's flimsy or anything. The screw points, like some of them have a little bit of Loctite on the critical parts, the joining parts. The only thing I wondered why they did have any Loctite was down here, the wheel, to change the wheel screw to change the reverse wheel. I just wonder why they put Loctite on that. I had to use a little bit of force. It wasn't too bad, but just to keep that in mind, you may want to, when you get this, go ahead and break that Loctite seal. It was red Loctite, which is typically a permanent Loctite in most applications. But looks pretty good, but I just wanted to show you the mistakes that I made. By the way, I did call the DYMO customer service line. Right here, if you can see that number, make a note of it. That's what you would call, and they're going to send me another wheel, no questions asked. So apparently, so far, very good customer service. But let me go ahead and remove this, and I'll show you what I was talking about. Okay, here is the screw I removed, and let's see if I can. Okay, here is the screw I removed. Like I said, it broke, and I don't know if you can see the red on that a little bit. It's kind of hard to see with the camera, but there was a little bit of red Loctite in there, and a little bit of, you can see a little bit of red Loctite on the wheel itself. But so what we're going to do now is we're going to take the regular wheel off, and I'll show you the impressions that I made. Okay, here's the wheel. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's flimsy plastic, but you know, it seems to do pretty well on my test strips. But as you can see on the bottom, all these indentions, and then some of them are falling apart, and they weren't making really good indentions. And like I said, I did call DYMO, and they're going to send me another one, no questions asked. So that's very relieving after I bought this off Amazon and saw that it had really good reviews. So nothing bad to say about them as of yet. Alright, here's the wheel removed, and this is the actuator setting spring. And as you, I don't know if you can see on here, I'm turning it clockwise, which is increasing the actuator. You can see it kind of spread, and that's at max. So that may have been what was damaging my my wheel. But I'm just gonna go counterclockwise now and loosen it, and you can kind of see the pin going down where it goes out of sight. Here it is coming back up, and here it is going back down. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see if I can see. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it so it's flush, and I'm going to look at the wheel and find some parts that aren't damaged and see what the best optimal setting is for the stainless steel. So again, clockwise, tight, righty-tighty. That extends the actuator all the way up, and then lefty-loosey, going back down. And like I said, I'm just gonna take it all the way up, and I'm gonna bring it down until it's about flush with the recess hole. Okay, I've just fed the stainless steel into the track, and it's starting to pull now. And this is kind of nice. You can just do like a half click, and you can see it kind of feeding a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see it feeding a little bit. Here's the clutch. I can depress the clutch, and then I can rotate that wheel, and that releases the the gear squeeze drive, and it allows you to move it back and forth, and it seems to work pretty good too. I'm just going to have to move some of this tape up because this is where it messed up initially. But here's the clutch on it. This was the wheel I was talking about earlier, the righty-tighty, lefty-loosey wheel. And you know, the wheel is still out of the unit, and I have to look on there and see what part of the wheel is not damaged, and I'm gonna experiment and just go like maybe half turns and just do the same letter over and over again and just mark it down to see what is the optimal setting for the stainless steel. Okay, here is the it's feeding the wheel, and all I'm doing is I am just doing little half ratchets here, not squeezing the full way, and as you can see, here comes my letter to where it messed up before. I'm going to go ahead and just get that to a point and keep doing this until I get to some clear ribbon here. So I'm looking at my wheel here, and it looks like this side's damaged here. So it looks like that anything on this side, A through maybe J, is not damaged, and I need to align that with the actuator, not in the locating window for the ribbon letter choosy thing. So it looks like the letters that weren't damaged were pretty much like A, maybe A through J or K or something like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it in the close to the actuator. So like I was saying, not here in the window, but I'm going to take it down until it comes right where the start, which I think that's a really nice feature. It tells you where to start the ribbon, so you can make systematically middle margined labels. I'm really excited about that. But anyway, let's see. I'm going to take it down, and that looks like a B. I think I'm going to try to do a B. So it looks like it may be down. Well, maybe I'll do a D because I'm not really sure where the actuator comes up. But I'm thinking this will be a D or an E here. I think that's I'm gonna try an E. We'll see what happens. Okay, so what you can kind of see is I think it maybe hit the D. So on the other side of the D is going to be the letter 5, and that looks pretty good. But like I said, I'm trying to find the optimal pressure for the stainless steel. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and go clockwise, maybe a half a turn, and do the same number, and then see if it looks any better. So like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and let's see, turn it about half, so about 180 degrees from where it was. And now we're going to try that again and see what kind of impression we get. Okay, here's my two numbers. I don't know if you can see it too well, but the first one looks pretty good, pretty legible. The second one, like I said, it was a half a turn or 180 degrees, turning the knob clockwise. And it doesn't look that much better, but it did raise it up enough where the clutch wheel would not advance the tape. I actually had to like pull on this side of the tape to get the raises past the numbers, you know, because it slides in between the wheels if you inspect it like carefully. So it looks like, I mean, that's very legible. I'm very happy with that. I don't know if you can see it, if my camera is focusing in on that, but yeah, I would say that you know, if you just set the actuator like you saw me do with the wheel, just flush, you know, with the wheel housing, and that looks like it does pretty good. I'm very, very happy with the first one, and the second one isn't really that much more legible. So so I would recommend, you know, before using this, if you're watching this video, to set the actuator at the like I said, the flush level, like in the first of this video. But I'm gonna have some fun with this thing, and then I might add the holes for rivets and then the slots for zip ties in this, and show you how that works too. So there's my two 5s, and they don't really look that much different. Like I said, the first one was flush with the actuator housing with the wheel removed, and the second one, it's not that much better, but I didn't have any problem using the half ratchet feature to feed it through. But I would say that I might do it actually at half a turn beyond the flush for the stainless steel. I do like that a little bit better, considering it's going on a boat, and corrosion will be a factor regardless if it's stainless steel or not. But I'm gonna do the rivets and the zip ties. I think that's really cool how they did this. Okay, so you can see the hole. That's obviously for drilling or rivets, and then the other one that looks like I don't know, like a bowl or something like that. That is for the zip ties. Okay, so I'm going to do the zip tie first, and what I'm doing is I'm just entering it all the way in. It has a stopping point, but you want to make sure you put it all the way in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up on this actuator lever here, this one right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and punch it through. And it does say to keep that clean, and let's go ahead and pull it out here. And that's really cool. You can kind of see they left it like a little thing, so you can maybe tie it to some hose lines or stuff like that. With obviously you need to watch which way you put it in. I didn't do that for this purpose, but that's a good thing to look at here. But that looks pretty good. I haven't tried the reverse wheel. That'd be pretty cool to do too, but maybe another day. But yeah, the zip ties, you just put it up there, zip tied around something, and maybe I'll just won't stop it again. Maybe I'll just go ahead and put this in the, yeah, I'll stop it here. Okay, then I got the I'm gonna do the rivet or the drill hole, so that's gonna be in the circular, and again I'm gonna stick it all the way in until it hits. And again I'm gonna do the actuator here, and it's just like a hole punch. And you can kind of see the hole, so I could put rivets in there, and that was not too critical, I guess, on either side. It does a pretty good job no matter what side you do it from. But yeah, I'm really happy with this thing. Very happy with the customer service. Looks like when you start looking at labels, you know, buying labels for boats, oh my god, you're going to shell out probably $2.50, $3 a piece, and you know, don't even think about going to West Marine. That'll just, you know, you bought a boat, not parts from West Marine. God, they're expensive. But yeah, very happy with that. Now, hope this helps somebody with the original setup if they were having problems with it. But this thing is really nice. I'm glad I bought this. This is going to be, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this.